No hard feelings.
When Ice Road Truckers debuted in 2007, it quickly garnered ratings and views for the History Channel. Viewers were more than eager to tune in to witness the dangerous Arctic exploits of the show's drivers. However, while the viewers were having some fun and excitement witnessing these exploits, things were opposite of fun behind the scenes of this reality TV show. Many viewers may not realize that the behind-the-scenes actions are often just as dangerous as the scenes they watch, or worse. In 2009, some crew members were hospitalized when they crashed their truck into a semi during a blizzard, yet that's just the tip of the iceberg. Driver and TV star Hugh Rowland, a key figure on the show, froze his fingertips off while filming an episode, but that's not even enough to justify filing a lawsuit against the show. Join us as we delve into the real reason why Hugh Rowland sued Ice Road Trucker.
I've probably been at these roads as long as anybody else has, if any of them are still alive or not. I'm only 48 years old. I'm still pretty young, and I've been doing it for 30 years.
Ice Road Truckers has a way of always putting viewers on the edge of their seats. The series lasted for 11 seasons, allowing the viewers to live vicariously through the skilled drivers of the show as they attempted to pull their massive semis over frozen lakes and uneven terrain to deliver shipments to remote areas. One of the fab favorites of the show is Hugh Rowland, affectionately known by his family and friend as the Polar Bear. He has been a mainstay on the show since it premiered in 2007. Hugh was in every episode for the show's first 8 seasons, and during his time on screen, he grew to be one of the show's most popular drivers and a fan favorite. Born in British Columbia in 1957, Hugh Rowland's life has always been linked to the world of trucking from the very beginning. Unlike most individuals who harbor childhood dreams and aspirations, Hugh didn't initially have visions of becoming a truck driver. It was only when he first took the wheel of a big rig that he discovered his passion for trucks. Prior to embarking on his trucking journey, young Hugh's early work experiences began at the tender age of 11 when he was engaged in a local construction operation. With savings accumulated from his initial job, Hugh ventured into a cattle business in collaboration with his supportive father. However, as he matured into adulthood, his interests branched out into both construction and trucking. Over time, he amassed a wealth of experience in both fields, eventually earning the reputation of an expert. His entrepreneurial spirit led him to establish businesses in both construction and trucking, showcasing his dedication to hard work and the pursuit of financial success. Despite the hardships he endured and the loss of numerous friends and family members to the unforgiving ice, Hugh's unwavering motivation remained the same: to put food on the table and provide for his loved ones. This drive kept him in the trucking industry for a remarkable 3 decades. However, his life took a drastic turn when reality TV beckoned, opening up a new and unexpected chapter in his journey. Hugh never had any idea he'd feature in a reality TV show. Although he enjoys being on camera, he doesn't enjoy watching himself. He once mentioned he had only seen 3 episodes of Ice Road Truckers. Those were the first 2 episodes of the first season and the first episode of the second season. Before the TV life, Hugh was just an ordinary, skeptical trucker. He had been trucking ice roads for 3 decades when the History Channel approached him over the phone. Thinking he was being conned or pranked, Hugh didn't take them seriously and didn't believe a word they said. He told them to wait until next winter to call him again. He was convinced one of his buddies was playing a prank on him, but the History Channel wasn't kidding around, and the following winter, they came calling. This time, they came to his home, wouldn't take no for an answer, and installed cameras in his trucks. Hugh made his first appearance on the show in 2007. When the show began, Hugh was confident it wouldn't get traction because he didn't believe anyone wanted to see truckers driving on ice, but he couldn't be more wrong. Come 2012, Hugh was pretty convinced he would be doing the show for as long as he could. He even appeared on Ice Road Trucker spinoff, Deadliest Roads. You might not know, but Hugh wasn't part of the spinoff's first season, but was part of the second season, which premiered in 2011. The show featured him in an adventure that started in Bolivia, with viewers watching as he and other drivers dealt with the issues on the roads in the country. However, during his stay in Bolivia, Hugh almost crashed his truck into a local market. At some point, he was robbed of his personal camera. Other than that, it was peaceful. His adventure ended loading sheep on Peru's deadly mountain roads. At some point, he was hauling dynamite and fireworks on those dangerous roads, wondering if he would get to his destination safely, but he did. Regardless of wherever he found himself, Hugh was always in danger as long as he was behind the wheel of a truck. Hugh wasn't nicknamed the Polar Bear just for the fun of it. He was rugged and tough-minded despite the dangers he had faced. So it came as a surprise to the fans when Hugh Rowland left Ice Road Truckers in 2014. Driving a truck is a challenging feat. Driving in bad weather, now that's something even experienced drivers struggle with. It's not uncommon to see people with at least 1 or 2 stories of how the weather turned a simple trucking trip into something disastrous. While regular drivers only experience bad weather from time to time, guys like Hugh Rowland experience this on every trip. Hugh is a driver capable of laughing in the face of such odds. He's gone through every weather condition short of a hurricane or tsunami. In his 30 years of driving, Hugh has experienced almost every scenario that could play out on the road. In an interview with Hollywood Soapbox, he mentioned that he has frozen every part of his body. He froze the end of his fingers off, and they turned black and rotten. He has frozen his cheeks, nose, knees, and toes. He's even been in a snowstorm where his truck got completely covered in a drift and was stuck for 3 days. In 2014, Hugh had an accident, one he blames not on the conditions of the road, but on one of the show's producers. Over the years, Hugh has gotten used to having cameras around as they film for the show, and he says they never really get in his way unless they need a very good shot, so he just goes about his business. However, this accident occurred on location with the show's producer, Will Morrison, driving with Hugh in the passenger seat of the pickup truck. According to Hugh, Will was driving recklessly. He lost control of the truck, veered off the road, and crashed into bushes and trees. The injuries Hugh suffered during the accident were to the lower part of his body. This hindered his ability to drive, so he could not return to his trucking business. These injuries also affected his marital life. Hugh's wife, Diane Rowland, says she's also injured emotionally because her husband's injuries have deprived her of love and companionship. Hugh Rowland filed a lawsuit against the show due to an accident. The resulting legal battle between him and Morrison led to his exit from the show and reality TV in general. Since then, Hugh has been fighting his battles in court, running his construction company, and spending time with his loved ones. Since the lawsuit and leaving Ice Road Truckers, Hugh pretty much disappeared off the face of the earth. His social media presence is non-existent. Hugh's trucking business, VP Express, which was responsible for about 7 trucks and drivers during its heyday, is also on the down low. The company's website and social media accounts are inactive, but some online directories list the business as active in the Winnipeg area in Manitoba, Canada. The outcome of the lawsuit against Will Morrison also remains unknown. This has led to speculation that the case may have been dismissed or settled out of court. We would most definitely not be seeing Hugh on the TV screens for any new shows, but he's etched his name in history with a book he authored. In 2010, Hugh released a book titled On Thin Ice, Breakdowns, Whiteouts, and Survival on the World's Deadliest Roads. The book was written in collaboration with Michael Lent, and it relates to his on-road adventures, his beginnings in the field, how he grew his business, and details about his personal life. In the book, he also spoke about his experience on the TV show. You see, while Hugh was a loved personality on the show, he wasn't cool with how the show portrayed him and other truckers. So, in his book, he wrote all about it. Hugh Rowland had numerous complaints about his portrayal in Ice Road Truckers, but he refused to let the bad aspects of the show bother him, stating several times that he was only doing it for the money. Hugh's time on the show has granted him fame, but he remains a down-to-earth character. He has no plans to move out of his home or live a luxurious life.